All right. So, but yeah, we can, I believe, start. We have an IFR flight in front of us from Kivalina to Ralph Wien Memorial Airport. Looking at the weather, I believe that it's quite obvious that we will need to do an IFR flight. If I go like here, the forecast is even for overcast at 300 feet,
Don't think you're sharing.
Yeah, I'm not sharing on Discord, sorry. So let me start.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me in time. So once again, the forecast for the clouds looks like quite miserable, to be honest, like 300 feet. If I look at the current weather and I try to refresh it, we have a weather from almost like an hour ago, and our destination has like an overcast layer at 600 feet and some very strong winds from the west. Here we have a strong winds from the northwest, but much better visibility, or visibility is good, but much higher cloud layers for now, so it should be fine. I looked at some of the approaches. For example, the ILS approach has a minima of 250 feet above ground, with the circling 505 feet, which is just below the current overcast layer. Because this is a ILS approach for runway 9er, and if the winds hold, we have like winds from 270 at 17 knots. I would not want to land with this kind of tailwind, to be honest. So we would need to circle to preferably runway 27, because 36 or 18 would be just too much crosswind. Like 17 knots of crosswind is quite, yeah, it can be a fine challenge, obviously, but I wouldn't call it safe, to be honest. So I would circle to runway 27 in this case. So either we fly an ILS approach and circle to land on runway 27, or there is a possibility to fly a VOR approach that has a straight in of 425 feet, so it's like almost 100 feet below the ILS minima for circling. So might give us a better chance to actually go there. Or we can combine it in a way that we can fly an ILS, and if it doesn't work, we can go mist, hold here, and then try the VOR approach, for example. Or there's a third option. We have a GPS approach, same minima. Sorry, this is VOR. GPS is here. Yeah, and the minima is like, I don't know, 20 feet lower. It's really not that much of a difference. So, what do you think? What kind of approach would you actually like? I know that we haven't flown ILS in a while. We always pick something like more fun, to be honest. But today, with this kind of tailwind, it can be fun actually, because you would need to maintain higher descent rate than normal. Or we can do this fun VOR approach. That is also good because we have like a procedure turn. We need to reverse course here. We have the initial approach fix not at the VOR, but at 3.5 miles out of the VOR. So really, your choice. Whoever's flying, I believe Gene and Val, tell me, VOR or ILS?
Maybe the ILS. Haven't done a circling in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, ILS it is. So we'll do an ILS approach. And if we don't see the runway, which I don't think that we want, because it's the Microsoft simulator, and there is like better visibility than through those clouds than normally there would be. But if we need to, we go mist, we hold, and then we can try the VOR approach as well. So first of all, let's check from where we can arrive here. And I already checked a little bit, and it's gonna be this Phoebe. Because Phoebe is on this here. We are here. This is Phoebe. There is the approach, airport. Just delete that one. we're not gonna need that. So I believe that we will try through that. I will not file golf equipment today. I will file alpha equipment, so I will not use the GPS at all. And I will try to kind of go like join the radial, right? Radial 299er from the Kotzebue VOR. I tried to look at how to file this. I remember that it was possible to kind of file that you will be flying a radial, but I don't know right now how it was filed. Maybe let me take a chance to find it. I need those tech routes. Where is it? Preferred route database, because I believe it was in there. So if I do origin around California, okay, give me a moment, because I believe that we can try to find it, how it's filed. I remember it was in some of the routes here in California. So for example, Venui, where is Venui's? No, this is Oakland. It was in Los Angeles, right? Los Angeles here. Chino, not Chino, El Monte. Okay, cannot find it right now, but doesn't matter. Let's try Chino, in case you know. If we have anything like that here. No, no, no. No, I don't see it here. Let's try a different one. No, I don't know. By any chance, nobody of you know, right? How to file just a radial?
I think you have to enter the identifier of the VOR, and then I think a bearing at a distance. But
that's
I forgot how exactly.
Yeah, that's something that you can definitely do, but you specify a point by that. But I believe it was possible to also specify like first some point and then some radial. But and it was used.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it was used specifically in a way that if you had, for example, if you need to fly, for example, here, right? You wanted to fly this Victor 210, and then you wanted to fly like Victor 459er. But in that case, you can just fire like two of those Victors right after each other. But I believe you can do something similar, when changing, just radials. But I cannot remember. I know that it was on Pilot Edge before, but I was not able to find it quickly. Anyway.
Then wouldn't you just write the two radials? Just like you would write the two airways?
Maybe.
So, yeah, just a guess. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I'm not sure either.
What I would do.
You have a homework to try to find out until next time.
Okay.
But I believe that for now I will just do this like.
My dog ate the homework. Sorry, I didn't do it.
I will do it like this. don't think that I can officially. Okay, I will do like direct because I don't think that I can officially file, the Tango radial when will not be declaring GPS. That also brings me to that I should not be using this 4000, as an MEA, but 4700 for here. So flying eastbound, that means that I will climb to 5000 to fly eastbound here. And from FIVI, we already have like published approach, so that's fine. Okay, let's see. Circling, yeah, to those runways NA, we don't want at night. Remain or above, blah, 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 blah. Nothing interesting here. We have Kotzebue radio, so CTAF here, 123.6. So from FIVI, we have the, this is not like part of the approach. This is not an initial approach fix. This is a feeder route, and initial approach fix is Hupuk here. So we will fly to Hupuk, which we will identify as being on the radial 299er from the Kotzebue VOR, and at a distance of 12 nautical miles. So I believe that depending on the speed we are flying, and if we have like a tailwind, maybe half a mile before that, we should start turn, maybe even 0.6, 0.7 miles. To join this arc, we will fly the arc very shortly only, and then we can join the final approach course, which is 089er. And then continue along the ILS. The start of the ILS, like kind of a glide path or reliable glide path, is here at Kayets, which is 5.2 nautical miles from the localizer DME here. Remember, here we are flying the Kotzebue DME, and when turning in, we should fly and fully switch to the localizer instead. So have both tune in into the radios and just make a switch when making this turn. And then we fly the ILS. If we need to go missed, then it's gonna be a climb to 1700, then climbing right turn to 2000 and direct this Kotzebue VOR and hold, and continue climbing hold to 2000. Since we are like flying like that, this will be like a direct join right into the most likely into the holding pattern, and then we can fly here and hold 2000 feet, and then do more instructions. If you are flying less with the circling, of course, because we will be landing runway 27, then we can descend only to 5,520 feet and stay above this. Any questions to the ILS approach?
No question.
Yeah. If not, then I believe that we can fly it. Okay, I wanted to keep the VR opened. Where is it? Once more. Yeah. Because if we go missed and we are holding above this, VOR DME or VORTAC, then from here we can also start the approach, because we have the feeder route to low tick here, and then we can do our normal approach. So that's also fine. All right, well, for departure, it's gonna be runway 30, because the wind is just from the northwest. And there are no departure procedures. There is like a flat land around. We are near the sea, so there is not a problem. It's actually quite nice here, because we're like on the strip of land here between the water. So I kind of like it. Remember, we have quite a long taxiway here, and only here we start on the runway starts, so we can just take off afterwards. So anything else? Because if not, then let's go flying. Don't forget to file a flight plan. Oh, one thing, we need an alternate. Right. And I believe I'll just file my origin as an alternate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll file that one as an alternate. So with that, happy flying.
Flying.
And
Happy flying.
alrighty, so first of all, I need to file a flight plan. So let's get to it. All right, we have Piper, we are live. Today we are just alpha, departure of block, let's say in 10 minutes. Yeah, it should be fine. Altitude 5000, airspeed 45, arrival, PAOT, alternate PAVL en route time. Yeah, 30 minutes only. So I'll just go like with, yeah, 35 maybe. So, and fuel, we have like at least 3 hours and 30 minutes. Route details, I will just do, I will actually file it all the way to OTZ. Because then, yeah, it's easier. Should be fine. All right, I got my squawk code for today. That's great. Okay, so let's start the aircraft. I will do my hat. Alrighty, so let's do that. We have a parking brake set. Yes, beacon is on. And we'll try our fuel pressure. Okay, fuel pressure rising. We'll prime it. We can do just 2 strokes today. That's gonna be fine. Alrighty. Then let's give it a try. So clear prop. More pressure in the green. That's fine. Perfect. Okay, our squawk code today is 2214. Good. I will not be using map today, but I need to prepare my frequencies. So, I will need the VOR, which is 115.7, and I will put it on both. So 115.7, yes, and also on the second one, 115.7. Great, and the localizer has 110.7. Zero 7 1 yeah 0.7. Good. And the communication frequency was 123.6. for the approach. All right. 0.6. Great. That's it. The course radial 299er, so the reciprocal course will be 119er. I see correctly. Yeah, 119er. Yeah, 29er. 300, yeah, 120. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Right. Let's sync my gyro. So 2.5 almost. Too much. Like this. We'll be taking off runway 30, I believe. Is it? Or 32? Forgot what kind of runway we have. Yeah, 30. It's not entirely. Okay, anyway. Oil, clear, exit, and we will switch here to this. One thing more, just click. V-lock, yes. Okay. And yeah, timers. Timers can be there. Nice. Okay. Believe we are ready. Alrighty. So I'll do my run up here. It's fine, I guess. We're already in the green, so why not? Carb hit working very good. Okay, all right. Kivalina traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie is a Piper Comanche on the... well, at the parking, and we'll be taxiing for runway 30, Kivalina. I don't know if they are going or not. Let's see. 10 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay, going ahead. You can see we have quite a bit of airspeed already, because they're like 20 knots of headwind, so we should be in the air quite soon.
Kivalina traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima will be taxiing to runway 30, will be number 3, Kivalina.
Ready, turn on like the strobe lights and the landing lights. Kivalina traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 30, left hand departure, Kivalina. Okay. Be in the air very soon, I believe. Okay, gears going up.
Kivalina traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima, departing runway 30, will be making a left downwind departure, Kivalina.
Okay, I'm confirming that I have the correct station. Great. Let's see if I can select the distance here. 68.3. Great. So we are climbing to 5,000 feet. Kivalina traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, just southwest of the airport, 3,000 feet, climbing 5,000 feet, and going southeast. Final call, Kivalina. Lights to my instruments. Okay, can lean the mixture a bit now. It's beautiful out here. It's really beautiful. Today we are doing hand fly and just hand fly. Nice. 8,000 feet. Steady.
Kivalina traffic, Comanche 6529 Lima is about 3 miles southeast of the field. 3,300 feet will be departing to the southeast, climbing to 5,000, November 6th, or Kivalina traffic.
Bumpy, but we'll make do. Gonna be hard to sync our directional gyro, but yeah. So it's just 35 miles to Phoebe, which is start of our approach. I can already switch frequencies. The aircraft is nicely trimmed, I think, more or less. And I'll just check the latest weather at our destination. There is still an overcast 600 feet, but that stayed the same. There's still very strong westerly winds, or there are very strong westerly winds. So we should definitely get into worse weather. We'll see how the simulator, or what the simulator thinks about that. I know what I didn't do. I didn't set my altimeter. Okay. sometimes it happens. So 2964, I believe that it's quite different. Yeah. Well, we've been flying in visual conditions so far, so not a big deal, but yeah, shouldn't have missed it. Let's climb a bit, just increase power. We can already get on course. Just calculate when to start descending. So we have 13 miles to descend 1,000 feet, and then another, I don't know how many that is. This is arc 12, so 6 nautical miles maybe, or 5 to descend. This is 5 miles, and then all the way to Kayets. Another 5 miles, and then we have 10 miles to descend to 1,400. Sorry, yeah, 1,400. So so from 5,000 to 1,400, it's 3,500 feet. That's 7 minutes when descending 500 feet per minute. And our current ground speed is 155. Okay. minutes, fly 42 miles. So just 4 minutes to fly 10 miles. So maybe 20 miles out or 15 miles out. That is when I add, and I will try that when I my DME reads 17 miles. Then I will try to start my descent. It was just quick calculations. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm only going away from the course a little bit. Okay, so let's try to keep it steady. So the wet compass has a chance of actually stabilize, but I don't think there is any chance of that. But if you're flying around 130, yeah. Thing like that. trimmed. We are getting overland. Slightly, of course, so let's turn a little bit more to the right. And on my second VO receiver, I will just select the leading radial of 275. This one maybe. Yeah. Switch that one a little bit. So this is 120. This is 119er. Okay, and then the leading radial, so I want actually the other direction. So 095 as the leading one, which I want to start turning and switching. Hello, beautiful. Ah, nice sunglasses. Getting and seeing that we will soon be flying in the clouds, I think. I believe it's time to switch the tanks. Right. And we will finish the flight on this one, on the right tank. To go before I start my descent, and I will already have been allowed to do that because 25 miles out, I'm on the published segment of the approach. I can descend to 3,900 feet before I join the arc. Cannot descend more before I join the arc. But I will not, definitely. Gonna be some time until it descends. Right, I think that's about in a minute that we will start our descent. At approximately 12.7 miles, we will make our right turn to join the arc. Until that, we cannot go below 3,900 feet, but there's no chance that we can descend that quickly there. turn on my carb heat because we are going into the clouds. So 12.8, let's make the turn. Manage 11.8. Nice. I will add a little bit out because of the wind. Yeah, 11.9er. 12. Can go to 1600. Reading radio is coming up. Okay, we are behind, so let's do the final one. I don't want to descend that much. That quickly. And let's switch to ILS. Descend to 1400. We should expedite our descent. Ralph Wien traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie as a Piper Comanche on a 9-mile final to runway 9er will be approaching straight in and then circling to land on runway 27. Ralph Wien Memorial. Slow down a bit. Mixture. So let's get down. I see the runway. Doesn't really seem correct. It will lead me elsewhere if I follow this glide path. In any case. Ralph Wien Memorial, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie joining left traffic pattern for runway 27, full stop landing. Ralph Wien. Here goes down, first flaps. Ralph Wien Memorial, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie left down in runway 27, full stop, Ralph Wien. Second flaps.
Ralph Wien traffic, check number 187 final 0940, circling 407.
Okay, gear is down. Flaps 2, that's what we are gonna landing with today. Ralph Wien traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning left base, runway 27 and directly final, full stop landing, Ralph Wien. Some rain.
Ralph Wien traffic, 187 into Foxtrot, on the left pattern for 27, Ralph Wien.
Keeping that wheel up. I cannot anymore. vacate here.
Ralph Wien 1 Foxtrot 8 final.
Ralph Wien traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, runway 27, it's vacated, exiting to parking, Ralph Wien.
Ralph Wien 187 Victor Foxtrot, short final 27.
To be parked against the wind, I guess, but this is the way how it's depicted. That on a little nav map, so let's go with this. So parking brake, nav lights, avionics, engine, magnetos. All right. So, I hope you enjoyed the flight. I have some chat. From Lobosov 23, so I don't know when exactly you were chatting, but in case you're still here, this is the Piper Comanche from A2A publisher. I believe that the best single-engine piston aircraft there is for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, so in any case, I hope that you enjoyed the flight. That was all for today. We were able to land. We could actually see the runway just from the right altitude, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye.